the recitation of the Holy Quran, I'm talking about reciting online on social media, it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
Which is it seems like it's sort of taken off, meaning people enjoy listening to the recitations, but then there's also the other angle, which is that, and it's easy to fall into, and we can all fall into this trap of, or deception of shaitan, which is, it's become like a cool thing to do. Like for me to put myself out on social media, recite melodiously, even though my tajweed is all over the place.
Maqamat, yeah.
Maqamat, we can discuss that very shortly, so stay tuned. But it's just a double-edged sword, man, and I think we all have to protect ourselves as far as possible. The way I always see this whole social media game is that in the grand scheme of things, nobody truly cares.
Yeah.
Like you've prepared, you've spent time preparing a beautiful recitation, which is good. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept. All you have to do then at that point is to put your video out and maintain that intention, which is, why did I do all this? I spent time setting this mic up, I practiced beforehand, and then I recited, and the camera recorded, and I put it out there. Khalas, that's the end of the story. But the problem then lies when you start constantly looking at the views, the likes, the shares, and that's where you've sort of started to fail. And then the next person will come through. That's how social media is, right? Literally overnight, you'll have something new.
Yeah.
So the bottom line is nobody truly cares, and therefore you're a bit of a fool to try to impress the people, because they don't care really and truly, right? They'll scroll, they might like it. A few people might talk about you for 5-10 minutes, but other than that, everyone is too busy in their day-to-day life. Yeah. So it's in our own interest to keep our intention sincere. It reminds me of early 2024, so about 1.5 years ago. I started putting a few things out on social media, and what happened is I started to gain some views. So 2,000, 5,000, 20,000. It's not really mashallah.
Because you know what?
No.
In all honesty, I don't know how to even how this even works.
Yeah, the algorithm and stuff. So anyways, 10,000, 15,000, and what started to happen is I started to literally, I was wasting a lot of time. I was wasting hours and hours on Instagram because I'm looking at views, I'm looking at likes, comments, and I felt I felt disgusting, to be honest. Like, I got so much other things to do. I need to study, I need to memorize Shatibiyyah, but I'm wasting my time here. So then I was sort of like in a conflicting space, which is that the more people that listen, the more reward, inshallah, I'll get. But at the same time, I'm neglecting my studies or my work or my family, for example. Yeah. So then I asked one of my teachers, Sheikh Umar, Hafidhahullah, who was teaching us the methodology of da'wah. He's a very good teacher, very down to earth, and I really vibed with him as well, maybe because we had the same name. But I went to him after one of the classes and I told him about my situation. I told him I've got 5,000 followers. I was just very open with these kind of things.
No,
I'm open.
Very good, very good.
So someone might be listening and thinking I'm a bit of a waste man, but the bottom line is we just have to be honest with ourselves. I think sometimes we lie to ourselves and we try to justify and do this and that. I'm just very honest. So I told him straight. I said, look, I got this many followers. So I told him I got 5,000 followers. He's like, oh, mashallah. the way you said it. I said, yeah, Sheikh, just wait a minute, hold tight. I said, yeah, I got 5,000 followers, but I feel like I'm wasting my time, or I feel like I'm falling, I'm dropping, because I'm sort of focusing on views. Because once you get 10,000 views, 20,000, you want that hit all the time.
Yeah.
It's a dopamine. It's really a dopamine. We don't need to get into those details. But ultimately, I just told him straight. I said, look, I'm starting to become too focused on views. So he gave me he gave me 2 pieces of advice. Amazing, beautiful advice that I will carry till the day I die. And inshallah, others benefit as well. The first thing he said is, the day you put out a video, that you've done something good publicly. he said, only put that video out if you know the same night privately you would read 2 rakat tahajjud.
Subhanallah. Amazing. Look at that.
So he said you have to be pushing. If you want to push something publicly, you have to be pushing privately. And immediately when he said that, I said I can't be putting any more videos out from today because I know that's a difficult thing to do.
You know what? You just remind me of something of the verse of the Quran. الذين ينفقون أموالهم. What's the الذين ينفقون في السراء والضراء. And then the other one سرا وعلانية فلهم أجرهم عند ربهم.
الذين ينفقون أموالهم
بالليل والنهار سرا وعلانية. Yeah. Subhanallah, that just ties in with that. When you look at it, that's an example, because Allah says there are those who spend, who will spend secretly and will spend openly as well. The same thing. Publicly and privately, what is your life? That you're going to have to really, you
have to really start thinking about what
it.
Your intention actually is, because now I'm in a massive negative situation, which is number one is this something that I can carry on doing? Because he's told me now, can I still put out this video tomorrow or today, whatever is scheduled, and pray 2 rakat tahajjud? Like you're in a bad. He's put me in a bad situation basically, because it's like, what should I do?
You're fighting your nafs. That's what it is.
You're fighting your nafs, and then I need to think back. Was everything else that I did was it sincere? Will Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept? Anyways, that was one advice.
Yeah, and this again ties back to Imam Shatibi rahimahullah, sincerity. That look at the length and the level that Allah had taken him till today. Yeah. Born in 538, passed away in 591. Till today, his legacy.
SubhanAllah. And that actually brings...
Sincerity is all this topic that we're talking about.
Yeah.
It ties in with that sincerity of Imam Shatibi rahimahullah. Yeah, and what he done in his private life. So he written the book for the world. Like you said, like you say, put a video out. He's written the book for the students to benefit from. But then in his private
12,000
life,
12,000
circumambulations of the Kaaba. Subhanallah. Yeah.
And
that exactly what ties in with what you mentioned. Subhanallah.
And then what you've just said now ties into the second advice. It's beautiful what we're saying right now, because that ties into the second advice, which is, he mentioned to me, my teacher, he said, once you've put the video out, don't ever look at it again. He said, how do you know that the video might get low views, just 100, 200 views, let's say, for example, but when you pass away, that video might get millions? So he said, think of it like that. Think like it doesn't matter. Once you've put it out, it doesn't matter, because you might gain benefit after you pass away. Now, when you start thinking like that, subhanAllah, the whole dynamics change.
Yeah, it's powerful.
And it's very helpful and powerful.
Very powerful. Obviously, remember at the end of the day, the recitation of the Quran, when we are posting it out on social media, we are fighting what? We are fighting those people who are spreading
opposing
evil.
SubhanAllah, I can't believe you're saying all this.
This advice.
Have I told you this before?
No. This advice, guess who I got from? From our teacher, Sheikh Jarallah.
Oh, SubhanAllah.
I asked him and I said, Sheikh, what would he mean that, and mashallah, al-Maqari al-Qur'aniyya does fantastic videos. And I said that, look, I want to start posting videos and stuff. So he said, don't just post the video. He says that you're fighting the evil. When you're fighting the evil, that's the intention why you think. And then don't look at it. Yeah. Where it will gain traction, where it will reach, that is not in your hands.
It doesn't matter. Literally, it doesn't matter.
You've done
your bit. You've got your reward, inshallah.
That's it. And then the rest you leave to Allah.
Yeah. And it's amazing because the same teacher, Sheikh Umar, he told me before the two advices, he mentioned that you need to actually carry on doing what you're doing. Why? Because the kuffar never sleep when they're putting out their content. Yeah. So he's saying even if one or two people benefit, he's saying you actually, as Sheikh Abdullah was saying, that you're fighting is good versus evil effectively.
100%.
From our point of view. Someone might scroll 14, 15-year-old, they might scroll 8 videos, which is absolute nonsense. But then the 9th video might be yourself giving a good reminder. So it's a conflict of interest where you just need to sort of balance yourself. Sometimes the deception of shaitan is that don't put anything out.
Yeah.
But then my teacher also told me this. He said, He said, but then nobody's benefiting at all. So then you have to decide, 1,000 people benefit or you benefit, meaning 1,000 people benefit and you put your video out, even though your intention wasn't clear. And a niyyah is something that develops over time, right? And it'll always be a work in progress. I think that a niyyah will also be a work in progress on your deathbed.
Yeah.
And we've had there's stories like that, right? Of the Sahaba, if I'm not mistaken, where like the shaitan was playing with them before they were about to pass away.
Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal.
Imam Ahmad.
Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal, rahimahullah, was on his deathbed.